Welcome to TPM Vid's Disney Beat, where we talk about all things Disney. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon to be notified when we upload a new video. We also have Instagram and Twitter. You can find us at TPM Videos. Walt Disney World is full of so many little hidden gems and secrets. There's a lot to explore and see across the 40 square miles, but things are constantly changing and evolving, just like our own world. Here on this channel, I love sharing secrets about the parks. They're fun little bits of information that you can take with you on your next trip to Walt Disney World. Well, unfortunately, some of these longtime secrets that have been around for decades don't exist anymore, whether they're recent changes or secrets from the past that still get brought up. So today we're going to look at some Disney history as we count down the top 7 Walt Disney World secrets that no longer exist. Number 7. The phone booths in World Showcase have secret phone numbers. Over in the United Kingdom Pavilion at EPCOT, you can find some red telephone booths. There are 2 of them that are fully enclosed, plus another phone in the center. The Canada Pavilion also has a phone booth of its own. Now, payphones are usually used to make outgoing calls, but they're also able to accept incoming calls. All 4 of these phones are real working telephones that actually used to accept incoming calls. At one time, the phone numbers were pretty secret, but as time went on, they were all widely circulated on the internet. If you heard these phones ring in the park, you could pick it up and talk to someone on the other line from somewhere around the world. Now, did any of you used to call these phones? Because I actually used to all the time and would just talk to guests about their day at EPCOT. It was a lot of fun. The ability to accept incoming calls was actually disconnected in early 2013. Now, if you try calling these numbers today, either the lines don't work or you get a message saying that the number could not be completed. Apparently, the lines became too busy with incoming calls that people were never able to make outgoing calls. Plus, incoming calls didn't earn any money for the phone company that operated the phones. Anytime I walk by these phone booths, I'm always hopeful to hear that ring again, but unfortunately, this is one of those Disney secrets that just doesn't exist anymore. Number 6. You can find hidden paintbrushes on Tom Sawyer Island. Frontierland has many hidden gems, including Tom Sawyer Island, and at one time, you could get a free fast pass for your entire family by finding a hidden paintbrush. Every morning, cast members would hide as many as 10 paintbrushes all over Tom Sawyer Island. This is what the paintbrushes used to look like, and on it read, "In order to complete his chores, Tom needs to whitewash Aunt Polly's fence." You know that fence on the side of the island that's a third painted? Yeah, that one. And if you happen to pick up this brush, please return it to the raft driver. When you would do that, the raft driver would give you and your family this special fast pass that was valid for either Big Thunder Mountain or Splash Mountain. This little secret became really popular, so you needed to arrive at the island as soon as it opened to guarantee that you'd find one of the paintbrushes. Well, January 6, 2013 marked the last day the scavenger hunt was held, and this little secret of getting an extra fast pass just kind of flew away. It was said it ended because too many people kept stealing the paintbrushes, don't steal, and others think FastPass Plus was to blame. Well, until I began doing some more research for this video, I discovered that the scavenger hunt secretly started back up again in January of 2020. Who would have known? Anyone that I talked to was under the impression that the hidden paintbrushes were a secret of the past. The major difference now is that it's no longer a secret way to get an extra fast pass. But with the recent closure of Walt Disney World, it's uncertain if this paintbrush experience will return. So maybe, just maybe, it'll become a fully defunct secret once again. Number 5. Toy Story characters will drop to the ground. All over Walt Disney World, you can find Toy Story characters. And when I say all over, I mean Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom and Toy Story Land at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Well, you've probably seen this image many times across the internet stating that if you say Andy's coming to the Toy Story characters,
Andy's coming, everybody! Back to your places, hurry!
They'll drop to the ground. Well, this picture began to go viral on Pinterest in March of 2013. And with everything that goes viral, well, it just ruins it for everyone. According to this character attendant who wrote into Snopes, they said that the characters used to drop to the ground, but since the picture went viral, they would hear it about 50 times per hour and a half compared to hearing it once or twice a day before. This, combined with safety concerns for the performers, Disney made it a rule that the characters can no longer drop to the ground. In an article from the Orlando Sentinel, they said that Disney was less than willing to say that the Andy's Coming drop has never happened on property, because it was happening from time to time. Reading through a forum on this topic from 2013 on WDW Magic, cast members chimed in saying that it all depended on the performers and if they were willing to play the game. So today, don't yell Andy's Coming because nothing will happen, and don't try yelling Bonnie's Coming either because that doesn't work as well. I have seen the Green Army men respond to Andy's Coming by just freezing in place for a few seconds and looking around to find him, but if you want a reaction like this photo, unfortunately that is not gonna happen. Number 4. You can actually pull the sword out of the stone. In front of Prince Charming Regal Carousel at Magic Kingdom, you'll see the iconic sword in the stone. Whether it's day or night, there's always someone trying to pull Excalibur, the legendary enchanted sword, out of the stone. It's said that only someone with honor, decency, and inner strength can do it. Now, 99% of the time, no one actually has the strength, except for that one person participating in the sword ceremony. A couple of times a day, there was a short sword ceremony where one lucky guest, usually someone younger, would defeat the odds and pull that sword out. With the click of a remote, the sword is triggered by a cast member on stage. Although it doesn't fully come out, it just kind of rises to the occasion. I mean, many of us have walked by at some point, trying to give it a little pull, hoping that maybe, just maybe, some cast member was watching and triggers the mechanism. Well, in October of 2019, Disney ended the current version of the sword ceremony, which was the Royal Majesty Makers. So, as of now, you can't pull the sword out of the stone any longer. It's stuck right in there, and who knows how long it'll be until a guest can release it once again. Number 3. You can ride in the front of the monorail. If you look at any Walt Disney World tip and secret list prior to 2009, you'll probably find one saying that you're able to ride in the cockpit of the monorail with the pilot. Well, this was a very real secret, and if you were lucky enough to be the first in line for a new monorail coming into the station, the chances were high you'd get this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity if you asked the cast member at the gate. You got some great, unobstructed views of the resort during your ride, unlike what you see in a regular cabin. It was a memorable moment for many people, and at the end of your ride, the pilot would give the younger riders a co-pilot license for riding in the front. Well, on July 4th, 2009, there was an unfortunate accident involving two monorails colliding, and since that day forward, guests have no longer been able to ride in the cockpit. This was done by Disney as a safety precaution moving forward, making this little Disney secret one that can no longer be experienced. Now, although the Walt Disney World monorail system might not let you ride in the front, the Disneyland monorail system still does. All you need to do is ask a monorail station cast member for the first cabin, and they'll be glad to let you join the driver. Number 2. There's an abandoned water park at Walt Disney World. Nothing is more fascinating than abandoned attractions, and over the years, Walt Disney World has had its fair share, including an abandoned water park.
River country, big river country, it's a hoop, it's a holler, it's a water jamboree. River country, big river country, if you're hot around the collar, it's a cool place to be.
Over at Disney's Fort Wilderness Lodge, you could find River Country. It was Walt Disney World's first water park, and it opened in June of 1976. Themed to an old-fashioned watering hole, River Country was the place to cool off until November 2nd, 2001. The water park was temporarily closed with a plan to reopen the following spring.
3 Disney water parks that add waves of fun and relaxation to your vacation. River Country is Huck Finn's dream come true, featuring a great beach and a refreshing old-fashioned swimming spot.
Well, the spring came and River Country never reopened. It was one of those temporarily closed Disney attractions, and we all know how those end up, right, Stitch? It wasn't until 2005 when Disney announced River Country would never open again. Since Disney now had two other state-of-the-art water parks, that being Typhoon Lagoon and Blizzard Beach, demand for River Country wasn't as high as it used to be. Not to mention that tourism was significantly down because of 9/11. So, Disney fenced up the area around Fort Wilderness Lodge, and as the years went on, the park began to decay. As the land was overtaken by nature, this old water park became more and more unrecognizable. In October of 2018, Disney announced a brand new DVC resort called Reflections, a Disney Lakeside Lodge, and it would be built on the old water park site. In early 2019, work began on demolishing what was left of River Country, and today it's nothing but a construction site. I'm glad I was able to make it over to see the abandoned park before it was demolished. This is me, Kevin from Defunctland, Mark from Yesterworld, and Disney Dan with a security guard who allowed us to have one last glimpse of the old water park before it was destroyed. Number 1. Disney World has talking trash cans. At Walt Disney World or any Disney theme park, trash cans are never more than 30 steps from one another. So there's a lot of them, but there were two secret trash cans that actually used to speak. Push the talking trash can made its official debut in 1995 at the Magic Kingdom. Guests adored Push, and he became a staple of Tomorrowland. Well, in February of 2014, Disney canned Push due to creative differences between its creator and Disney. It was sad losing Push, but at least over at EPCOT in the Electric Umbrella restaurant, there was still another talking trash can. It didn't have a name and wasn't interactive like Push, but when you stuck trash inside, it would mutter a variety of pre-recorded lines.
This is my lucky day. French fries.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop that! I thought it was salami, not salami.
It was another little detail that made Disney stand out from the rest, and it was a fun way to surprise friends and family with this little secret. Well, in February of 2020, Electric Umbrella closed its doors to prepare for Epcot's overhaul. So this means that unless the trash can is placed in a new location at Epcot, Walt Disney World no longer has any more talking trash cans. So did any of these extinct secrets surprise you? And do you have a Disney park secret that no longer exists anymore? I'd love to know. Leave a comment down below to start a conversation, and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video.